Okay, we are back with our final strat for Oregon. We're going to be doing a kitchen and dining setup. First operator to grab is going to be Maestro. You're going to put your first cam directly in the middle of this second fridge so that it can watch both down this hallway and see that door. Um, then the rest of your hole is going to be set up around this area right here. So you're going to start off by reinforcing this wall, then make a crouch hole next to it, right along the side of the reinforcement, so that you can be safe when playing in this area from that door, but also use this as an edge to shoot from. Then you're going to reinforce this wall and make a hole along the bottom as Maestro, so that you can then throw impact grenades through to kill any hibanas that are, or anything that is being put on this wall, so that this hold-in showers remains intact. Next, make a crouch hole on the back side of this, and then follow it up with a head height string of holes along the top of this. Probably look a little better than this with some practice. But yeah, that's all that Maestro has to do. He has these two reinforcements and then all the holes in bathroom. One cam right there, one cam over there on the fridge. You can see from the first cam that Maestro, this one can watch anyone coming into this area and make sure that a plant doesn't go off without Maestro knowing. It can see into showers as well, and also can tell if anyone is on that window at the bottom of White Stairs. Whenever Maestro is not using this cam, we want to make sure it's pointed at A, because if Maestro dies, the most important place for this to point is at A. So maybe keep it like this. You can see a little into showers, but also if Maestro's dead, the main point of this camera is to make sure we don't have a plant go off that we don't know about. Secondly, this camera, if you set it just like this, it can see the entire hallway on the right, and you can see that the door on the far left all the way into A. If you set it too far to this side where you line up with the door frame, then you can't see that door. And if you set it where you can see, if you commit too hard to the left side so you can see all of that door into A, then there's a small chance that they could sneak up on this far side of the hallway past your cam without you realizing. But yeah, so Mike's just going to be playing in here, bringing the impact so that he can make sure this shower hold stays intact, and he's going to be challenging on this door right here to make sure they don't rush in, and he's going to be also potentially challenging on that window if we need to, if they have a jump in more like. He's not going to be challenging the window itself, and making sure that they don't push this hallway. But he's also going to have some backup that I'm going to explain later. Okay, next in the strat we have Smoke. Smoke is going to start off, his entire hold is going to be centered around this kitchen. These are the two reinforcements that Smoke is going to get, so he's going to do two, same as Maestro. He's going to make a rotate hole, should just take 3 shotgun shots, 1, 2, 3 up the wall. Make sure that you only take out this half of the wall, because if you take out this half, there is an angle to be found from this doorway that can look into that room, and we don't want any potential picks if someone sneaks up that hallway without us knowing. So yeah, make sure that you only get this side. You can, later in the round, we can make a hole here if we know that they're pushing from there and we're aware of it, but for the sake of surprise attacks, yeah, make sure you open up this right side. Open up this hatch for a potential drop and rotate if we get too pressed in here. Then open up this entire panel of the wall. You're going to be opening up head height and above of this wall as well, and this hatch goes up that hatch as well. This is so that Smoke can do smoke play from behind this and potentially get the default plant spots of right behind the bomb and behind this couch without being completely like seen from this doorway. If he does need to like push up to this angle right here to maybe get one close if they are coming through this door. But yeah, also you're going to need to destroy these two ceiling panels right here. You can see they're in squares. Just pick out this one and shotgun it below. This allows Smoke to watch vaults through this window and for him to help with our upstairs pressure. But yeah, besides that, this is all Smoke's job. Smoke has the most important hold here, and as such, he's going to need to be the one that stays alive at all cost. His entire job is to hold down security and kitchen. He is our only person doing this. We're going to have utility to help him do so, but as far as guns go, he is our only one. So we need to make sure that we have Smoke's back with information, and we need to make sure that Smoke is not in a position where he has to take gunfights unless it's absolutely necessary. Because yeah, if Smoke dies, it's going to be harder for him, for someone to cover and do his job as efficiently as he might do it. If Smoke does feel he is too pressured, like if they are doing a site rush and Smoke can't hold them off in time for people to get here, or if he feels he can get a flank off and someone else can come drop and cover for him, then yeah, you can use this hatch to drop, or if anyone from upstairs is forced to drop, they can also use that hatch to drop. That's why we have it open. But yeah, this is the whole Smoke hold. He'll be playing in this general area right here to just contest kitchen and security. Okay, next operator up on our list is going to be Malusi. Malusi is going to put her first gadget right here in this hallway, right next to this outlet right here. This is to support smoke from this hallway along with the Maestro cam to make sure we don't have any surprise pushes from back here. Make sure smoke doesn't get taken out and this entire objective we lose control of without us knowing. With this Malusi being activated or shot, it will alert our upstairs players who will have a hold here to be able to look down on the store, as well as smoke to pay attention to this side. Same thing, this for the same reason that the Maestro cam will be. You want to make sure you put it next to this outlet so that it spans from the edge of this door as far as possible into the hallway. Next up, Malusi's going to run into here. She's going to put reinforce these two walls, and then put her second device right on the edge of the table right here. So this one reaches from about this angle right here, and then a big circle, basically just slowing their push. If they do try to rush in, it will stop them, just so that they don't get a quick rush off on us through that door, since we don't have anybody directly watching it for the most part. And then lastly, she's going to run over here and put her third one right on the edge of this wall right here. So you want to put it just right on this square right here in the middle of the hallway. So this one, it's 4 from either side. Just put it right in the middle of this square, and this one makes it covers the edge of this door to make sure they don't have any rushes through here, or at least help slow them down if they do happen. We shouldn't be rushing below because we do have this hatch open and smoke will be playing, and we should hear sound cues. But just as a secondary amount of precaution, we will put it just close enough where it does actually cover the store as well as this hallway. All of Malusi's gadgets, they're not really going to help us get kills. What they are alarms. So none of these are too hard to kill for the attacker. They can push up, activate it, and shoot it before we can even get an angle on them. But the fact that they've done so now alerts us that we need to watch this side, and we're going to be able to hold angles now down this hallway as well as from above to pinch the people who push. And that goes for the other ones too. Since we aren't going to have anybody directly watching these areas to begin with, we're going to use Malusi as our alarm system to make sure that those areas that we aren't directly watching don't end up surprising us. As far as where Malusi's going to play, she's going to be playing on Smoke's shield in this hallway. She's going to just use it to make sure that Maestro doesn't get pushed and they don't rush this hallway without us knowing. But as far as the reason we're bringing impacts is because, and the reason Maestro has made a hole right here and is playing so close to Malusi, is that if they are really hell-bent on opening this wall, and Maestro has to waste both of his impacts, then what we're going to do is we're just going to have Maestro and Malusi switch positions. So Maestro's going to come out of bathroom and switch over to the shield, and Malusi's going to run in here and then use her 2 impacts to do the same thing that Maestro's been doing. So we're going to just waste even more time on this hold if they really are dead set on pushing shower. Because without opening this wall, it should be hard for them to push through and get us, because we can see their legs through here, and we have the hallway watched with this shield right here. And whenever her alarms goes off, we are going to have her being able to push down this hallway, or not push, but hold down this hallway as a secondary thing. And the shield should cover, should be in a position to cover where she can play on this angle and not have to worry too much about hallway pressure getting her in the back for it. But that is a secondary objective. Her main thing is just to watch this. She also is going to be, she's going to be responsible for cameras as well as smoke for the main part of the start of the round, since she's most likely to have to interact with someone off the bat. So yeah, we'll just have her sit on cams for the beginning. Once we get a good idea of where they're pushing, she'll get off of them, and then she'll just start doing her job. But yeah, that's Malusi's plan. Okay, next we have Mute. Mute is going to start off with a device right against this double wall right here to stop any breaches, a device right there to stop any breaches on that double wall. Immediately after those 2 devices are put down, he's going to rotate upstairs down through white. He's going to open a quick hole at the top of white to watch down onto the edge of this hall right here, then drop his 3rd mute device. Push across into kids where he will reinforce this double wall, make a quick hole in the floor right here to watch this doorway and stop a potential rush, and then drop his final mute jammer to block any devices on this wall. He needs to then switch over, reinforce this wall right here and open up a head height line of sight across this wall. He needs to then also make a quick hole facing that doorway and a quick hole in this corner to look down on the edge of this wall right here. This in total is going to take more than the prep phase. He definitely has the most to do and is in the biggest time crunch, so you need to make sure as Mute that you are getting things done as fast as possible, because you are, if you get this all done uh, in as quickly as possible, then it's still going to be about 15-20 seconds into the round when you do complete all the jobs that you have. So don't get distracted too much with drones if you can help it, and just try to get this done as quickly as possible. When the round is going, Mute is actually going to be playing up here in Kid's dorm. He's going to have Jaeger supporting him on white stairs, and together they're going to be playing using Mute's angles to look down, as well as stop the east push from above and make sure we maintain the top bullet as long as possible. So they have Jaeger and him both have a cross angle onto this passageway, which should be their only way to actually interact with Jaeger and Mute, since the other walls, these two and that one, are going to be reinforced. He needs to be careful and make sure that he doesn't get picked up, because they do have Master Wall and can hold an angle. They can hold angles that do look into this area, so he needs to make sure that he's aware of those and doesn't allow for a free kill, as well as the fact that when he's using some of these holes, there is a line of sight to be seen from this top window right here. So if he is looking down on this one, or if he's looking down through this one, he can't be seen from above on this window, and needs to make sure he's aware of that. So these two holes right here are more of a last-ditch resort if they are rushing from this hallway right here, or if they have this wall open, or maybe looking for a plant behind this box. Mute is going to be the one to cover that. The main hole he's going to be watching is going to be this one right here to cover this hallway, since not many other people can do it, as well as laying down on this hatch and using this angle opened up by smoke to watch as far as behind the couch and potentially stop a plant. So stopping a plant on this side is going to be his most important job if it comes to that. Just tapping on the feet of people with single bullet shots can prevent a plant from going down. He also needs to make sure that if there is any wood stuck along the top of this when his round is going, that he gets rid of it, because it can stop him from actually being able to see behind this couch and stop the plant going down. So yeah, that's a little strat with Mute, and we'll round it up with Jaeger as our last. Okay, our last operator for this hole is going to be Jaeger. He's going to be in a big time crunch at the beginning of the round, just like Mute is, so he needs to make sure to hurry and get his stuff down. We're going to be putting 2 devices in this hallway. We're going to be putting 1 crouch level on this side to protect the Malusi shield, make sure no explosives down this hallway or from that window break her shield, or at least if they do, they have to waste 2 of them. So that's why this one is here. And then secondary one is going to be on the floor back behind the shield at an angle that cannot be seen from down the hallway, but protects Malusi from being killed from explosives that might come from this side. So if they are to throw maybe a grenade off of this rim right here and try to get her, or anything coming down this long hallway, this one should give her a heads up to make sure that she knows more utility might be coming her way, and that she needs to act and get out of the situation. Her third one, and Jaeger's third one, is going to be on the back of this. This is to protect the Maestro. There are potential explosives that could be thrown, or maybe flashbangs or anything, from that doorway through this crouch hole that's going to be right here to maybe get him if he's playing on this corner, as well as potentially flashbangs or anything being thrown from this window just into the area to try to get him out of it, so that a potential rush could come through. This wall is going to be soft only for the bottom, so if they decide to use an Ash or a Zofia charge on it, maybe they then do have the option to throw items into the back of showers. That Maestro is going to have a harder time peeking, because they're going to have a slightly softer angle. So this could also block grenades coming in from that side. Anyway, barbed wire right here to stop the rush into showers without Malusi and Maestro first being able to collapse upon it. Then immediately push upstairs, where you will reinforce this wall and put down your second barbed wire right here. Then what we're going to have Jaeger do is actually barricade these 3 doors right here. We do this because we have no use for that side of the map really, and we're going to have a hard time getting roamers over there to come behind them. So we're just going to reinforce these 3 doors to add for sound cues and waste a few extra seconds of the attacker's time. Then Jaeger's job is going to be to play the top of white stairs. So he's going to be playing for a pinch with Mute for anyone coming from this east side. He has a potential long angle into attic here to make sure to potentially stop anyone getting too close if they want to use a thermite on that wall or something like that. But for the main part, he wants to play passive on the top of white stair. he can also contest this big window right here. He's going to have that smoke hold we discussed earlier from below to watch for any vaults, and he shouldn't peek too much unless he knows that someone is vaulting, because he is pretty open here for a wide angle. And he is also susceptible from possible throwables from this window, so which is why we need him to play at the top of White Seraph at the majority of time, because those throwables thrown are not going to be able to kill him. If they do decide to grenade him or flash him, it'll be less likely to affect him if he is playing in White Stairs, since they will only land at this area right here. He's going to be playing, also watching Mute's hole that he's going to make for him right here, and looking down onto the edge of that hallway. That Melusi that we're going to have as an alarm set up down there is going to help him with this, and he can peek it from here and make sure that they do not push this hallway without him knowing. He's also going to be contesting this window to make sure you don't have any jump-ins that push through sight. And if they aren't holding this window and they are pushing down here, then he also has the option to peek on this area and support the hallway as well. But yeah, that's his whole job. It's pretty simple, but he is in a time crunch, remember, so make sure to get his utility down as fast as possible. And that's the end of the hold.